Welcome back again, everyone. This is the early March, the date we're filming this on in 2019, and this is kind of a remake that I've done before on these Star BM pistols that are readily available right now. It's a surplus police Spanish firearm. I'm sure you're familiar with them if you've been around guns much or have not had your head in the sand. These are one of the more popular 9mm 1911 clones. Although they're not strictly like a 1911, they're quite a bit different in the functioning of them, but externally they look like a 1911. They do have a bushing and takedown is similar to a 1911, but it is strictly just a clone in appearance more than anything. But I think they are one of the better surplus buys out there, and I think they're going to jump in price. They're a nice all-steel gun. I have not had a bad experience with one. Both of these have been safety checked before the video started, just to get that out of the way. And a couple of things why I'm remaking this video. One is they're still readily available, and two, the price is still holding on these. In fact, I went and picked up a second one because they're still available in that price range of around $200. And this is a new angle for me for filming. I think it's going to work out a little bit better. But this is the most recent purchase I did, was a 1978 version. They generally seem to carry a date right in this area of when they were manufactured, and there's serial numbers indicating then production dates too, and both of these seem to line up with both that date and the serial number. You can see the finish on these is exceptionally good on them. They range from almost new looking with some use, a little bit of holster wear, to very used up. But I'm very happy with what I've got. I was fortunate enough that I was able to go through where I buy my firearms. They allowed me to go through their entire stock of firearms to purchase this second one, and I was able to find one with 2 magazines in the box. It's a good idea to do. It did come with the original cardboard box. The first one came with an original plastic box. Both had 2 magazines in them. The magazines can be a little harder to find and a little bit expensive. My dealer also had extra magazines, so I bought a few extra magazines too. And as I said, I hadn't had a bad experience with one having cycling problems. I've heard of some people having that problem. But if you go through, replace the springs, actually they're readily available. The hardest part is the recoil spring. You have to actually break the guide rod down into 2 parts, and sometimes they can be pretty stubborn to get apart. Sounds like my heater's going to kick on here in a minute. We're still having below 0 temperatures in the Rocky Mountains, so bear with a little bit of noise if it kicks on. The second thing is these holsters have become available now. I've seen a few of these around. They are made by this is a Spanish holster maker, and they are billed as original police holsters, and they're good quality, soft enough leather that they're still usable. In fact, they almost look new production. You can see I haven't opened it much. Very much a military type holster. I've actually picked up a couple of them since I have two holsters. I'm going to keep one for safekeeping. The other one I'm probably going to use is when I go in the truck. It'll be just a truck gun. These holsters are not terribly inexpensive. In other words, you're going to be looking around the $40 or $50 price range, depending on where you find them. And you can find them at various vendors and various auction sites, but they are out there and they are available. So anyway, that's my update on the Star BM. Still one of the better surplus guns out there, along with the Israeli high powers that are available. I'm going to try and get my hands on one of those. They generally are in the $300 to $400 price range, but I believe once they're dried up, they're going to also be a good purchase value. Harder to find in good condition, but they are out there, just as these are. So I'd advise you to go ahead and pick yourself one up. One of the better surplus values out there for an all-steel gun in the 1911 clone style. Of course, this one is the 79 version. Take a look. Again, it's marked right on the trigger guard, 1979, and the serial number again matches up with that. From what I understand, the later guns are not finished quite as nicely as the early guns. The early guns are a little more polished in their finish. So the earlier the better, I would say, on these from my experience, but don't take my word for gospel. Okay, thanks for watching. Just a quick update on the Star BMs. Go get yourself one if you haven't. That's going to be one of the better values out there in the surplus world.